Hello boxing fans, welcome to another episode of Boxing 396. It's June 3rd. I'm at 2300 Arena in South Philadelphia for another exciting night of boxing. On tonight's card, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jerome the Conqueror Conquest. 6-fight veteran who's fighting tonight. He's fighting Corey Sloan, an 11-fight veteran. It's going to be an action-packed match. How you doing, Conquest?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
How you feeling, man?
Feel good. Just ready to go.
You know, I've been following you on Facebook. You've been training hard, sparring hard. As Mike Tyson would say, I mean, your style is impetuous. Your defense is impregnable. You, Pernell Whitaker, and Floyd Mayweather, and Sugar Ray Leonard rolled into one. So what can we expect tonight?
Same thing as every fight. I'm just gonna everything with me and my team worked on in the gym. Mm-hmm. We just gonna bring it in the fight night. We don't leave nothing behind. We leave everything out there, and we just gonna fight.
You're the fight disadvantage. Corey Sloan, he's tall for a lightweight. He's actually 6 feet tall.
Right.
How you gonna handle that?
You seen what happened to the last person that I fought that was tall, right?
Yeah, refresh my memory so the fans can hear.
I guess Philly boxing history gonna know. They say it's not me. Probably be the knockout of the year for 2015. The last time I fought somebody that was taller than me. He followed me around. He was kind of sloppy. Corey could be sloppy at times, but I'm just gonna have to do what I do best: go in there, box, frustrate him, and just let him run into things.
I think that fight will get my vote. How it happened? It was the last round. You set him up perfectly. I mean, man, you look like John the Beast Mugabe the way you landed that punch. So we can expect that tonight.
You can expect that every time I step in the ring. I just bring my best every time.
Okay. Never asked you, what's your motivation for fighting, man? I see you in the gym every time. You're always training. You're always running. You stay in shape.
Yeah, I stay in shape for the most part. Because you never know when a fight gonna pop up.
Right.
Just like how Corey, he just fought a couple of weeks ago, and another fight just popped up on him just like that within a week because of my opponent dropped out, who originally that I was fighting. So he's a last minute fill-in, and I feel as though those are the hardest fights. Getting ready for somebody like that. I mean, he's real awkward, and I really didn't get into it, but we've been preparing for anybody. Like, we get small sparring.
Okay.
Little guys, big guys. Guys that's overweight, guys that's underweight. So we just go through training, just getting in sparring with different kinds of styles and looks. We just don't get ready for one person.
But you're in a contact sport, right? I know what motivates me to get up and go to work every day. I want to make a difference. I enjoy what I'm doing. But for a fighter, why do you get up every day? You go to the gym, you train 3 hours, you get up at 5 a.m. in the morning, you're running. Your wife is like, where are you going? It's snow on the ground outside.
Well, in my case, I got a 9 to 5. I be at work in the morning. I don't get up and run.
But why do you continue boxing, man?
It's just a drive. Like, I just have a competitive spirit that I just want to be best at everything what I do.
Okay.
And even though I got into this game late, I still have people around me like Wade, Randy, Danny Davis.
Okay.
And also, I even have a trainer that's not my trainer, but he calls me and help me out. Calvin Davis, he helped me out all the time. He helped me out with the last 2 southpaws that I fought.
Cheesesteak, pretty good fighter back in the day.
Yes, excellent fighter.
Okay. You're at Joe Hand's gym. Everybody comes through there.
Yes.
What have you learned watching some of the guys like Amir Mansour, talking to Calvin Davis, Danny Davis?
I've been out on the road with Amir Mansour and Calvin Davis and Moses. I've been out on the road with them. Seeing how they take on these top level fights. And even though I'm not on top level like Amir Mansour, I still take on these fights just as they take them top level fights on, because I'm there to witness and learn from their experience.
Okay.
And even from their experience of being in the ring and everything else, I just take within what they tell me and what I see, and I put it into my own way and all into my own fighting style with the help of veterans like that.
I'm going to make this next question easy for you. Besides Danny Davis, Calvin Davis, and Amir Mansour, who's your favorite fighter?
Of all time or right now?
Let's start with all time.
All time, I could go in between. I mean, Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones. I grew up as a real big Roy Jones fan and a Bernard Hopkins fan. So between them two, that's why I have to pick, because that's my generation.
Okay, what have you taken from Roy and what have you learned from Bernard?
The way how they approach the game. They approach the game real serious. Even though Bernard is at age where people say that he shouldn't be fighting.
Okay.
But just to see somebody at his age still come in the gym more than people half his age. That's motivation just by seeing that from somebody like that.
Okay, and currently, who's your favorite fighter?
Currently, I have to go on myself.
Okay, Joe, that's a good. Why?
Because I'm the conqueror.
The conqueror.
That's why.
Okay, it was interesting. A couple months ago, and not too many guys are this disciplined. You got married on a Sunday.
It was a Sunday, yes.
And you were fighting a pro fight the next Friday?
Yeah, the next Friday.
How were you able to do that?
Discipline.
And why were you allowed by your wife to do that? You should have been on a honeymoon, man. You should have been in Jamaica somewhere on the beach.
I still get cussed out to this day about that, but it's just a lot of it's just a lot of sacrifices, and that's what she know. She know getting into this game, marrying me, like from even beginning, from when I was an amateur. Like I took a lot of sacrifices. Like I stopped working just so I could take this game seriously.
Okay.
So she already knew getting into this how many sacrifices that we had to take, and the wedding was already booked and damn near paid for. And the fight popped up, and I just hopped on it.
Okay. Okay, no, that's good. Tell the fans something they don't know about you.
Just watch me fight, and you'll find out how competitive I am.
Okay. Well, good luck. I mean, you're one guy I watch, man, and you're always in the gym. So good luck tonight in your match against Corey Sloan, and we look forward to seeing you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay. Hello, fans. I'm here with Cassius Chaney, heavyweight sensation, 6-0, 4 knockouts. Hollywood couldn't have scripted this. The man has the first name of the great Muhammad Ali, or the former name, the last name of the Hall of Fame basketball coach, John Chaney. It was meant for this man to be a basketball player and a world champion boxer. Talk to me about New Haven, man. You played basketball for 4 years.
It was a hard, long 4 years.
Right.
You know, it was just I did good individually. I think it was just hard as like team-wise.
Okay.
You know, going from Baltimore to Connecticut, and then I was coming to Philadelphia to play a lot in camps and everything, and stay with my dad. So I always won something at every camp. You know, so going to college and then not winning, you know, it just bothered me a lot.
You didn't go to college, man. You went to the University of New Haven and you graduated.
Yeah.
You played basketball. You were a star on the basketball team. You're very humble. You scored over 1,800 points. Why not the NBA?
Well, again, I wasn't mature enough, I don't think, for the NBA, but I knew I could play with the guys.
Right.
Summertime, I was here. I was coming to Philly here or going to Houston to play. You know, I wasn't really staying in Connecticut to play. So I knew I could play, but I felt like, boxing was, you know, even in college, I used to joke around about boxing, but, you know, New Haven is a good city for boxing. I never heard of any fights, anything. Thank goodness, because I probably would have ended up doing it while playing basketball. So ended up panning out the right way. And I graduated, finished, and then decided to do it.
Okay, I read a story. Your grandfather's from the capital of boxing, Philadelphia.
Yeah, my father.
Your father's from Philadelphia. Your uncle. I read a story that you met the great Joe Frazier as a child.
Yeah, I was about maybe like 8 or 9.
8 or 9.
Yeah, I was at the park, St. Joe's, the kid park. He was with his grandkid, and my dad noticed him. You know, I knew who Joe Frazier was because my dad has a picture of Ali and over Sonny Liston. So, you know, he broke it down to me who Joe Frazier was, you know, so it always stuck with me. And he told him my name, and Joe Frazier was just like,
okay,
you know, your name after that guy, you know. So, but then I was a kid, so I really didn't, you know, stick to it. My dad explained to me, you know, what he meant by it, and you know, the history of what him and Cassius Clay were going through. So, you know, but he was cool.
I got a similar story. My father was George Foreman's bodyguard. He was a police officer in Jamaica, and when Foreman fought Frazier in Jamaica, so I grew up believing that Joe Frazier was Jamaican. It's not until I came here and I met him, I realized he's not Jamaican. So I gotta, when I tell people that Joe Frazier story, they go, well, you really thought he was Jamaican. But boxing is such a tough sport, so different than basketball. And you graduate from college, you have your degree, but you decide to go into a boxing gym. Why?
Because, you know, I grew up fighting, so I knew that, you know, I just felt like boxing was what I was supposed to do.
Okay.
You know, I just honestly felt that when I first walked into a gym up in Connecticut, I was like, that's what I'm supposed to do. But I was still coming back here and, you know, going down to Johannes.
Okay.
Google, you know, some gyms, and I was going down there and, you know, watching the guys and everything. So I kind of knew eventually I was going to have to come here.
Okay.
I just didn't know when.
You know, everybody got to come to Philadelphia.
Yeah, I knew eventually it was going. You know, I skipped it, you know, because of, you know, my dad at the time, you know, he was real, like, strict. So, you know, I went straight to Connecticut for basketball, but, you know, I said, you know, I can't stay up there for this boxing.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to learn what I need to learn or pick it up the way I want to pick it up.
Some of the stories I've read, you actually Google people, email them, and ask to be in their training camp. Now, there's one particular fighter. Most people are running away from Amir Mansour or ran away from him. You're like the guy, there's a hurricane coming, we're all getting out of town. You run into the hurricane.
Yeah.
You actually called up Amir Mansour and asked to be in his training camp.
Yeah, he welcomed me down. So, you know, I said, oh, if this works, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep asking people all the time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because, like I said, and it's harder. It was different for basketball because a lot of the relationships I made in basketball is through playing. You know?
Right.
Then you kind of, but, you know, the boxers are a lot humble.
Right.
More humble, and it's a little easy to contact them.
Right.
And, you know, eventually, I mean, sometimes you might get guys that ignore you. But Amir was just like, man, I appreciate it. You know, when can you get down? I said, look, I saved up some money and, you know, came right down to Philadelphia and, you know, went right to his camp.
Man.
So I helped him out for Calvin Price. I helped him out pretty much for anybody that's tall. Anytime he asked me, you know, it's cool because, you know, I learned a lot from him. And, you know, just, he was doing a lot of interviews on Fight Hype. I was always reading on him.
Right.
So I was like, man, this would be cool if I could get in his camp. So he invited me down.
Man, I got to give you credit because there's a certain WBC champ who will remain nameless, who's even scared to be in the same city with Amir Mansour. So the fact that you came to this training camp, I must say you have plenty of heart. Now, Tyson Fury, you end up in Tyson Fury's training camp and had to stay in England for an extra month. How was that experience?
That was, the living was hard.
The living was hard.
The living was a little bit, but.
You should have told me, man, there's a huge Jamaican community in England.
You know, we stayed in Bolton.
Okay.
Bolton, so that was like a big, like, Indian, Pakistani.
Right.
So, you know, it was a little difficult, but again, like I went from Baltimore to Connecticut, knew how to stay away from.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really get homesick anymore.
Right.
It was just more so the food was different. The overall atmosphere was a little bit different. The driving, when they was driving on the opposite side of the street.
Okay.
That drove me crazy. So it was a little bit different, but you know, it was a great experience. Like I did the same thing. I did an interview and I asked a guy from New Tyson Fury.
Right.
And he let me come out there, but he ended up winning, so it helped me out.
It's
Helped
pretty
him out
good.
too. So it's cool.
You've been in many training camps.
Yeah.
What have you learned?
Everybody had a different style. This was probably my first real training camp for myself.
Right.
Out of 6 fights, you know, Sloan, Harrison, Danny Davis, and Calvin, you know, they pushed me in the gym, and I think I finally was able to kind of pick up my own style a little bit. You know, I'm still kind of learning.
Right.
But all these other camps I was going to, I was freestyling. I was just going off natural kind of talent. You know, like, you know, you really can't hit me, so, you know, I'm just going off natural talent. So now, just to have a whole camp under my belt, that's something I learned. You gotta get your own style and master your own style before you kind of go to all these camps by yourself. Because I went to all of them by myself.
But I got to give you credit. You're a student of the game. Most guys won't leave home. You got on the road. You went to England, and I was so impressed by the fact that you played basketball. You graduated. You were so accomplished, and then you decided to take up another sport, and you're doing your homework. You're learning, and you came to the capital of boxing, Philadelphia. I must ask this: who's your favorite fighter?
My favorite fighter, Jerome Conquest.
Okay, Jerome Conquest. Oh, the Conqueror. Man, that's a good one. Besides Jerome Conquest.
Lennox Lewis, my favorite.
Man, you know, Lennox the man.
Cheney? Yeah, right here.
Lennox Lewis is my guy. Man, he avenged his losses.
Right.
And he was just one of the best fighters of probably the best fighter.
I see your hands have to be checked. They can come on in. We still doing this. This is not HBO. We can still roll while you check his hands. Keep going, man.
Yeah, Lennox Lewis, probably you know Bernard Hopkins.
Bernard Hopkins.
And
you met Bernard, right?
Yeah.
He's here at the Johan. Okay.
Yeah, Bernard. I met Lennox Lewis too for the first time in Canada.
Okay.
He's real cool.
One of the greatest fighters of all time.
Yeah. I come across a lot of them. Sugar Ray.
You met Sugar Ray Leonard?
Yeah.
Oh my
cool.
God.
You know, he was real cool. We talked for a while. And Andre Ward. I met pretty much everybody.
Andre Ward, great fighter.
Just from traveling and just wanting to go by myself places, and I haven't met Klitschko yet, but I'll probably meet him soon. Good luck.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're 6-0, 4 knockouts. I got on YouTube and I watched you, man, and I must say I'm not impressed by much. For me, if you can't fight like Tommy Hearns, you can't fight. As people say that about me, but I look at your tapes and I must say I'm impressed. I mean, it might be a divine fulfillment of prophecy for you to have played basketball, excelled at basketball, take a boxing named after a famous fighter and become heavyweight champ. I only have one question to ask you. Can I write the script? I mean, there's going to be a movie, the Cassius Chaney story. Basketball player comes back to Philly, wins heavyweight championship.
You can write it.
What would you say is your favorite punch?
Right now, it has to be the jab now.
The jab?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's something that's been drilling. I've been getting drilled with from Calvin, Sloan, Danny. They've been on me about the jab. So, and I have power. So, I guess it's just the jab. Me focusing on, strengthening my jab. And becoming more comfortable using it.
Using your jab.
More patient. Just really being relaxed.
Be relaxed.
Yeah. That's something I want to focus on tonight. Just more so, just being relaxed first. Anything else, come after that.
Now, if people didn't know this was being filmed in 2016, they would believe it's an interview from the 70s based on the hairstyle.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
What's up with the afro, man? Is it throwback, part of the Cassius Chaney mystique?
I just gotta, it's an old school type of thing. I never really can grow my hair out when I was younger and everything, so now that I can grow it out and I have the afro, I like it, and a lot of people say they like it, so I keep it for my fights, and then I do something like you got, and I'm not fighting.
Okay, it makes you stand. You stand
Nobody
down.
has an afro.
Nobody has an afro. You're right.
Or in the NBA, nobody has an afro.
You do have a point there. Yeah, you're right.
Josh Childress used to have an afro, but you're not playing.
You're right. You're right. I mean, they list you at 6'6", right?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
With the afro, probably like 6'8".
6'8". You're legitimately 6'6".
Nah, legitimate, I'm probably like 6'5".
6'5"?
6'5" and some change.
If you were in the NBA, you'd be 6'8".
Yeah.
They always
Yeah,
jacket
they give
it.
them conventions, yeah.
Okay, 6'6" with the jab, uppercut. What's your time frame?
For boxing?
Yeah, heavyweight championship. We're not talking. If you ask Jerome Conquest what's his time frame for a lightweight championship, he's gonna tell me.
Mr. Cheney, you have gloves.
Yes. I'm hoping to by next year we fighting for something. You know,
Okay.
one of these titles.
Okay.
You know, just by next year, hopefully we fighting for one of these titles, and you know, I'm progressing.
Okay.
Stay healthy first, and you know, stay humble, stay focused, and stay in the gym.
Okay, well, we have to wrap up. I see everybody's giving us. Thank you very much, man. Good luck, and we're looking for some big things.
All right, thank you, appreciate it.
Cassius Cheney, folks. Okay, post-fight interview with super middleweight sensation Jabba Cicilline from the country of Georgia, who just fought a 6-round fight against Henry Beckford tonight. He won by unanimous decision. How was it fighting tonight at the arena, Jabba?
Как твой бой был в Арене сегодня? Как тебе?
Ну, чуть напряженный был я, потому что мой второй бой в профессиональной ринге, и чуть-чуть, ну, опытов нету.
He was his first fight in Philadelphia.
First fight.
Second fight, first time 6th round in Philadelphia, and he was tight, and he was nervous, and he didn't fought a long time ago southpaw, and guy was a runner. It was difficult fight him.
So it was difficult for him to fight a southpaw.
Right. It's
Okay.
not that difficult, but guy was run. He can catch him. It's difficult fight guy who run.
Okay, how was it in front of the Philadelphia fans?
Как было перед фенами Филадельфии-то? Как ты себя чувствовал?
Ну, я как дома чувствовал, но у меня не было никакой стресса. Это просто я хотел посадить, это мне очень мешало.
He liked Philadelphia. He was feel like home. He loved Philadelphia, and he just tried to knock guy out and impress people. But
Okay, I know it's Bernard Hopkins was at ringside.
Yeah.
So, is Philadelphia going to be his home?
yes, Philadelphia будет твой дом.
Ну, я здесь живу
Да,
3
он
года,
тут
я
живет,
здесь
он
буду.
лайкит, да. Yes.
I live here, I will live here 3 years minimum.
Yeah, because he have a working visa.
We heard he fought Triple G in the amateurs.
Triple G, ты дрался с ним, любителя?
Ну, он старше на меня, я не дрался.
No.
Okay, there was a rumor somebody was saying.
Yeah.
He's older for me.
Okay. Okay.
He 8 years older than him. He only 25. Triple G 34.
Exactly.
8
34,
years now. Yeah.
right.
He said,
What's next for him, Bill?
Next.
What's next?
We're gonna get again 6 rounder,
Okay.
and we see what's happened. We should fight in Connecticut next fight.
Okay, well, congratulations. It's good in Philadelphia. We've seen him in the gym. Everybody in the Philly gym, they know him. So we're looking forward to him.
Все тебя видели в Филадельфии в клубе, все довольны тебя и знают.
Спасибо.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations on the win, gentlemen. Thank you.
It's another Russian fighter.
Another Russian fighter. Oh, man.
Yeah.
What weight do you fight in?
He's gonna fight 60, 54.
50?
He have 2-0.
Okay.
2-0.
It's a big junior middleweight.
Oh yeah.
And what's his name?
Aziz is Bakiev. Aziz is Bakiev.
Is he pro yet?
What do you say?
Is he turning pro?
Yeah, he 2-0, 2 knockouts, two knockouts.
So hopefully we'll see him here at the arena.
Что мы тебя скоро увидим на арене.
He's same country.
Same country? Oh, he's from Georgia?
No, Triple G.
Oh, okay.
Kazakhstan.
Okay.
He wanna fight Triple G, but it's early. We need 10 fight sketch.
Okay, well, you have Triple G on the agenda.
Thank you very much.
Take care, coach. I'll see you in the gym. Folks, we're here with the man himself, the myth, the legend, Luther Childs, and his sidekick, Fred Williams. These gentlemen are always at the fights at the arena. How did you enjoy tonight's fight?
I enjoyed tonight's fights like I enjoy all the Peltz and band promotion fights. Tonight was another great night of Philly boxing. You know, we get to see some great fights and get to see some of the legendary status fighters in the audience like Bernard Hopkins, and really enjoy a fight night in Philly. We love it. We like good fights. Tonight was one of those Philly classic brawl type fights, and Johnson pulled it out. He deserved it.
Well, man, it's always good to see you, Fred. Fred, how long you guys been coming to the fight? 50 years? I'm just joking, man.
About 110.
About 110. How did you enjoy the main event tonight?
I thought it was good. It was very competitive. They matched them up very well. They gave you a very good effort, and you can never take anything away from effort. Effort is everything. It was very good, very entertaining.
Oh, it was entertaining. So you guys are looking forward to the next
Absolutely.
fights here?
Every card in Philly, Baltimore, New York, Las Vegas, any fight, any cards there, me and Fred, we headed there.
There you have it. And you brought a gentleman along tonight.
Yes, how you doing, Wilson? How you doing,
Mr.
sir?
Wilson, this was your first time coming out with the crew?
This is my second time here.
Second time with the crew. How did you enjoy the fight here?
I enjoyed the best. I enjoyed the last fight. It was all that.
I saw you amongst the fighters, man, getting pictures. And
Yeah. I love it. I love the mingle around and all that. It's very special. And I love Philadelphia. I love Philadelphia fighting. So it was the best.
Okay, and fourth gentleman in the crew. Your name, sir?
How you doing? Earl.
Earl, Mr. Earl. You came out with Luther Childs and Fred. They're always here.
Yes,
How did
sir.
you enjoy yourself?
It was a wonderful fight. I enjoyed myself. I will be back.
You'll be
This is my
back.
First event here,
Okay.
and I enjoyed it. Everybody turned out well. I mean, this card was a wonderful card. Everything turned out marvelous. I mean, I will definitely, if it's a fight tomorrow, I will be there as well. You know, so
crowd
a
is
wonderful
good, the
card. The
staff is
crowd was
good.
good. Everyone was wonderful. Thank you.
There you have it, friends. Fred and Luther Childs, what we call the super fans. They never miss any fights here at the arena. They go to all the Philadelphia fights. Luther, you've been to all of Floyd Mayweather big fights in Vegas.
Absolutely.
Okay, so there you have it, Floyd. If you're watching, Luther is your #1 fan. Thank you, gentlemen. Continue to watch Boxing 396. We never sleep. Boxing 24/7, 365 days a year. From the city of brotherly love, the capital of boxing. Gentlemen.